We're here at the Nove Mesto XC World Cup with a very special pro bike check. This particular one is a Cannondale Scalpel SI. It's custom painted and it belongs to German rider Manuel Fumic. So at the heart of the bike is this custom painted with the German colours here. The frame, of course, so it's a Scalpel SI, and that's a full carbon featherweight of an XC race frame. There's 100mm of travel out back here, bit of a carbon swing link going on there. Of course, it's a single pivot design, and out back it is lacking that pivot like so many of the lightweight XC bikes do, relying on a bit of natural flex from the carbon to compensate for that. Of course, it's running on 29-inch wheels, and out back it's got pretty stumpy 432mm chainstay, so it's just touching around 17-inch. Of course, for 29-inch wheels in a full suspension bike, that is pretty short, makes the bike really agile and manoeuvrable. That combines well with the 69.5-degree head angle up front, and whilst it's steep, it's not the steepest out there, so it's got a good combination there of like that high speed sort of handling that you expect from that, but also the low speed agility that's absolutely crucial in XC racing. Up front on Manny's bike, the business end here is your cockpit. So you've got a 720mm NV carbon handlebar, and that is mated to a 90mm stem with a 12-degree negative rise. And this is absolutely slammed on this head tube. So it's a short head tube anyway on the bike, but he likes the front end as low as possible, and he's not even got a headset top cap on there. You can actually see the bearing race. Of course, on a pro bike like this, that's no concern because his bike gets serviced constantly. But on a consumer bike, you probably want your stem like 5mm higher just to make the most out of that. Grips on the end of the bar are push-on foam units, as we see with many of the XC Pro riders. A lot of them are choosing to ride without gloves, and of course, as well as being featherweight, they're exceptionally comfortable in all conditions. So also up on the front here, you can see a Stages power meter sort of display unit there, so you can monitor his power output through the crank-based system there. And just on the left here, you can see the remote lockout lever here for that lefty Occo fork, which we're going to be taking a look at in a minute. Braking is taken care of by XCR levers with those lovely carbon blades on them. They've got the lowest friction feel of any of the brake levers on the market. Very nice for the XC Pros, and of course they're mated really well with the XCR Di2 system and a display just tucked neatly behind the Stages display here. So of course the front of the bike is the thing that everyone wants to know about at the moment. That is that brand new single crown lefty Occo fork. This is the purest XC race fork. It's 100mm of travel. This is the carbon version. They also make an aluminium version, and they do it in 27.5 and 29-inch wheels. Everything about this fork has been purpose designed to be the best and the most ultimate XC fork possible. It's got a brand new damper on the inside, the air spring is improved, it's now got 3 surfaces for those needle bearings instead of 4, so the preload on those bearings is more accurate and there's less friction than ever in that action. The air spring unit itself, the valve, is neatly put above the top of the oil adjuster at the bottom, so when you're inflating or releasing air from there, you're never going to get any mist of oil that could go near the disc rotor. Even the brake routing on this thing is just absolutely amazing. The final thing that really stands out on this lefty Occo fork is the way that the brake caliper itself is removed. It comes off via a single bolt. It's an incredibly fast and safe system to use, and certainly a lot better than the previous designer lefties. We had to fiddle around and take that caliper off in order to slide the wheel off, because unlike conventional forks where you slide the axle out and drop the wheel out, the lefty wheel literally just bolts straight onto the fork. Now, as you can see, the wheels on the bike here, it's got a lefty hub, has to have a particular hub to suit this fork up front here, but it's running on MV M5 carbon fibre rims with Schwalbe Thunderbird tyres, and of course it's set up tubeless, which is the regular now for most riders. And finally, of course, there is the disc rotor itself. That's a Shimano Icetech rotor, and it's a 180mm. So out back, of course, he's still running that Thunderbird super fast rolling and lightweight XC race tyre on the carbon fibre NV rim, except no lefty hub out back. It's simply a DT Swiss 240S on there. Now, Manuel likes to run the Shimano XCR Di2, so that is a fairly self-explanatory rear derailleur. It's electronically activated. The battery is stored inside the frame. There's a nice unit on the bars there, and that simple and absolute lightning fast shifter. Now, something I really like about Manny's bike is, man, this guy must be an absolute beast. So he's running a 38 tooth chainring up front, and he's running 1142 spread block on the back. Of course, that's 11 speed. Now, most of the riders now we've seen here, and of course at the other World Cups, are jumping over towards SRAM for that Eagle 12 speed, which has that 1050. So to see someone running a 38 on that 1142, man, this guy has got some serious power in those legs. Up front, of course, it's 175mm XTR cranks, tiny little chain guide there just in case. It's more a case of just in case than needing a chain guide these days with the narrow wide style chainring profile. And of course, it's Shimano XTR race pedals. Now, finishing kit on Manny's bike includes an Envy carbon fibre seat post. Nice bit of kit that, fully in line. A Pro Logo Dimension saddle, also with carbon fibre rails and a pressure relief gap between them. Weight of the bike is 22 pounds 10 or 10-18 kilograms. And if you want to hear what the hub sounds like, fairly stealthy actually, not too much of a loud clicker. Although I can't imagine he's going to be doing too much freewheeling with gearing like that on his bike. And just another nice little detail on Manny's personal bike here. It's got a Cannondale carbon bottle cage on there, but he's just got some grip tape running around the inside of it just to make sure that bottle can't jump out the frame. I guess that kind of shows how hard he rides. So hopefully you've enjoyed looking at Manuel Fumic's Cannondale Scalpel SI custom painted bike featuring that crazy single crown lefty Ocker fork. For a couple more great videos, click down here. In fact, for all the Pro Bikes, the Pro Bike playlist. And if you want to see the difference between speed and style setup, that's Blake and Neil's bike choice, click down here. As always, click on that round globe to subscribe in the middle there. Share it about, tell all your mates about us. And if you like Manny's bike, give us a thumbs up.